You too. What's going on? Stand for something or fall for everything. That's what we're going to be talking about today. You need to stand for something or fall for everything. This is a concept I wish I knew sooner, and it sounds very simple, and it sounds like a lot of people might already do this, but it has to be said. When you're on this journey of trying to be successful and do all these magnificent, crazy shit and live your craziest, wildest dreams, it's important to be open-minded, yes. But once you find out what it is you want to do, the only way you're gonna really excel is if you stand for it, and if you don't, you're gonna fall for everything else. And yes, I'm talking about business specifically, but if you listen carefully, you'll realize this could apply to damn near anything you want to achieve, bro. If it's sports-wise, if it's investing-wise, which I'll probably give an example on that, but it don't really matter. So why is this such an important concept? Well, what it does is it helps you stay focused first and foremost. It kind of keeps you on track, keeps you on this path of just tunnel vision to whatever your goal is. You'll start to realize once you start to actually want to do something, the universe is just going to start throwing obstacles your way. God is just going to try and keep, you feel me, challenging you, because you have to overcome this to become or to achieve whatever it is you want. So if you truly understand why you want to do something and you stand for it and you know exactly why you're doing it, nothing can deter what you're trying to do. What it also does is filter out all the BS from everybody else, whatever they're telling you. Let's say you have an idea in a specific industry. Let's say something that's not saturated. Good luck finding something that's not saturated. But in the case you do, let's say you meet other people that are doing something else in a more saturated industry. They might whisper in your ear, oh no, you don't have to do that. Why don't you focus on this? Because A, B, and C. Yes, they may be successful in that industry they're in. Yes, you always want to take advice from people that are more successful than you. But at the end of the day, if you're not focused and you don't understand why you're trying to do something, then you're going to be more likely to want to change what you want to do. With that being said, if you don't stand for what you want to do, then you're going to easily just want to change what you want to do every damn quarter, bro. And if you watch my other video about time, you'd understand you need to focus on your one thing and you need to stick with it. Because if you keep on trying to change what you want to do, then you'll see success in nothing. And that's an example of someone trying to help you. Let's say it's an example of like distractions. A lot of people, you know, either maybe they already know what they're doing, they already have a career, or they already are studying a certain thing and they already have to do certain things to be successful in that. Good for them. At the end of the day, you're an entrepreneur and you gotta put in the work, bro. You gotta put in more hours than everybody. You are no longer on their type of timing, bro. Let's say, for example, you're in college and it's Thursday night. You don't have class Fridays, none of your friends have class Fridays, and they're trying to go out Thursday night. You already know if you go out, you're gonna be out all night. Maybe you might get into something, you feel me? Next day, you're gonna be so tired, you're gonna sleep in, you're gonna do A, B, and C, you're not gonna feel motivated. You gotta be able to stand for what you want and be able to say no. I don't care if it's streaming. Look at Kai Cenat. Look at all these guys that you see, they didn't go out to party because they were standing for what they wanted and nothing was gonna move them off their path. So you gotta have the same mindset. Stand for something or fall for everything. I'll give you one more example, like I was saying earlier in this video about investing. I finally, you feel me, got into the investing world. I'm proud of myself because this is something I've been wanting to do for so long. I've been looking at the markets and like looking at things like that, but I just never had the money to do it. So it's like kind of like I know about it, but I can't physically do it because I'm broke. But I finally am able to, and I finally started investing. So with investing, let's use the news for example. I shouldn't have to tell you this, but if I do, whatever. We should all know that the news is basically just fear factor. If you watch the news, bro, I promise you, you're just gonna get depressed. To be updated on what's going on is important, but a lot of that stuff, in my opinion, isn't really meant for the common person. A lot of that stuff is really meant for like the higher ups. That's really who's to gain from that, but that's a discussion for a whole nother day. My point is this: if you don't stand for something, in this example being investing, and you're just blindly watching the news, you're gonna fall for every single thing that you read on the news. But if you go in and watch the news knowing that I want to be a successful investor, or I want to put some money in the markets, then you know exactly what to look into when you read the news or watch the news. So, okay, boom, what's going on over here? Okay, I'm invested into this market. So if this is happening, that must mean the industrial sector is going to fall down. So I need to probably either invest more money into it or take my money out, depending on, of course, whatever it is. That was a very, not specific example. But I think if you have the IQ, you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. And I say this because before I had any money into the market, or before I had an understanding of it, I was just blindly looking at stuff. And I had no idea what it all meant. Yes, I was reading it, and yes, I could comprehend what I was reading, but how was that gonna benefit me? But yeah, if this made sense to you, go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'm sure it did, because duh. But hopefully that helps you, and hopefully you could adopt that mindset. And with that being said, man, I think that's all I got for y'all today.